It's time to jump into the Wayback Machine and go back to the 80s. I am your host, Golden J, and that guy that I just fixed the camera on is Frankie Vegas.
Hey. On top of the world right now.
You mean right now?
Right now.
We're here to take you back to the greatest decade ever. The 90s. Oh,
the
shit.
90s,
no. Fuck.
Yes.
Well, we are going to the 90s on this.
We are. We're going to jump just a little bit.
No, we're not jumping. That was 1984. Frankie, we made it. This is the final album of the Van Halen series, and we did reach into the 90s a little bit because I thought it was important to do this album.
Yes.
I don't know.
Last good Van Halen.
The last good Van Halen album. I don't know, man. I got curious because I don't know that I ever listened to Balance, which came out in 94, 95, somewhere in there. Which would have been Hagar's basically last album with Van Halen. There was a lot of bad blood going on at that point. I think this album, this tour, kind of really took it out of them, and it was interesting to, like I said, listen to Sammy's book and him talk about all of this and that time between OU812 and For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, the time that they had, he had to take some time off because of his wife and all that. So, I just thought the whole thing was really, really interesting. The play down and the way that everybody thought everybody was getting fucked over, and the whole Cabo Wabo thing. With the money that Sammy and the band, because the band all invested in it, because Ed Loeffler, who was their manager at the time, because Sammy had spent some time in Cabo down at, was it the Dolphin, or I forget what the name of the hotel, but he fucking loved Cabo because it was quiet. It was a fucking Cabo San Lucas was nothing but dirt roads, no telephones, no cable, no air conditioning. You just sat around and fucking enjoyed life, and he liked that slow down. And
he had me until no air conditioning.
Come on, man. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, so, I mean, you didn't even drive anywhere because there was hardly any car. There was only a couple of people had cars in that town. Basically, you rode your bicycle everywhere. Yeah. And so it was interesting that when he decided to build the cantina, it actually took like 3 years to find a piece of property that they could build on in Cabo San Lucas, and they got it built, and the boys invested. He was all excited, so Ed Loeffler said, hey, you should invite the Van Halen boys and Michael Anthony to be a part of that. So even Ed Loeffler invested money in it, and of course it opened with the support of MTV. And it rocketed, shipped right out the fucking, it was like, oh, this is going to be great. And then, of course, everybody left, and the fucking cantina pretty much died. Oh, shit. Because nobody, everybody was there for the grand opening, but nobody fucking went back. Yeah. And the assortment of issues that he went through down to the point where he had an investor who come back in, paid off the $300,000 worth of debt that the place was in, and invested another $100,000 in redoing it and getting it back up, and then rebuilding it. And by then, the Van Halen boys were like, we want out. We just want out. We want to write it off as part of our taxes that we don't want to do this anymore. And then, of course, Cabo just kind of shot through Cabo Wabo shot through the roof, and Sammy was making all this money. And then the boys were pissed, and I think that was part of the downside. It's all about money. It was all about money with those guys. Every bit of it was about money. Because they were blowing through money like crazy. Alex had 2 or 3 divorces and fucking owed everybody in the world, made some bad real estate. What did Sammy say? Something about he had bought a $2 million house he sunk another $1 million in it, putting in stupid shit like rubber rooms and, rock star shit. And then fucking turned around and sold it for a complete loss. I mean, it's just like, come on, guys. Come on. It's just crazy. It's crazy how it all plays out.
Yeah.
But it has been a wild ride to do this Van Halen series. And we did all the Van Halens through the 80s. And then, of course, we threw in all the solo albums of David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar in the 80s, which I thought was important because you got a feel for Sammy before he joined Van Halen and, what he had to do while he was in Van Halen. And, of course, David Lee Roth shooting out on his own with his Crazy from the Heat EP that just blew up. And, of course, when that blows up, his ego got even bigger. And, when you get Steve Vai and you go do that kind of stuff, Billy Sheehan, you have this amazing band. But, man, talk about a star burning bright and then just fading away super quick.
Fizzled.
Right? Yeah. And I'm not going to say that, I don't want to say that once Sammy left Van Halen, I don't know that his solo career did anything intense. I mean, he had the Wabaritos, which played a lot down in Cabo. But they toured quite a bit, and they put out some music. Of course, Chickenfoot, which was a super group. In all intents and purposes, it was a super group.
Yeah.
What else did he do?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I know Sammy Hagar still remained very popular. He still had big concerts, but I just don't think like radio play and the big hits were there.
No, everybody fucking loves Sammy, and that's what keeps him. That's what keeps him rolling. And even today, he's doing all the interview shows, and I'm trying to think of what the name of that show is that's on fucking. What is it? Oh my god, dude! Seriously, get your shit together, Golden J. You've got to remember what all these things are. It's on Access TV. It was a rock and roll road trip with Sammy Hagar. And basically he just goes around and jams and interviews all these fucking superstars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He probably had biggest hit after he left Van Halen when probably Mont Tequila.
Right. Was that by the Wabos or was that?
Yeah.
And that's a great song. Mm-hmm. But you'll never, it's Sammy Hagar, but you didn't know it was under the Wabaritos.
Yeah, Sammy Hagar and the Wabaritos.
Yeah. Looks like his last studio album was in 2022 with Crazy Times? Something to that effect.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't really listened to anything that Van Halen or him or David Lee Roth had done since early 90s, late 80s. Have you ever listened to the Van Halen album with Gary Cherone?
I did.
Is it any good? I don't.
It's different. Gary Cherone brought a different energy.
No, we're not doing that album.
No, we're not doing that album. I don't think it's a miss to go listen to it, just to listen to it and see. It's not like you got to run out and buy it. You can stream it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did listen to it when it first came out because I'm a Gary Cherone fan. I love Extreme.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, let's see what this does. And it was just different than what you anticipated Van Halen being. And by then, Alex Van Halen's pretty much sobered up. Mm-hmm. Even at the end of Sammy's run in Van Halen, he'd already went through rehab and sobered up and wouldn't touch anything. But Eddie was now just as intense, insane with it as anything else. Eddie Van Halen was a mess at towards the end, especially when Sammy went back for that little reunion tour that they did. I think he did an 80 date him and Eddie were fighting by the 40th show, and Sammy wanted to get out, and he couldn't get out because he was contractually obligated to play all 80, and he'd have lost a shit ton of money. So he stayed in different hotels. He rode his own private jet. The only time he seen Eddie was when they were on stage together, and he said Eddie was a fucking mess. I mean, screaming at the crowd how much he loved him, that they paid his rent, and I mean, just it's horrible to think about, but so much going on, going on. So, it's been fun. This whole thing's been fun. I personally, and I know you mentioned this, I think maybe in the last episode, you're done. You're done with Van Halen. You kind of reached on.
I enjoyed doing it though. It's been fun. I've enjoyed everything about it. I'm ready to move on to the next thing, and just, a different band, different music, or whatever we do.
Whatever we decide. We haven't decided yet what we're moving on to.
Yeah, we just do.
We need to take a break from the music for a minute.
Yeah.
We need to do a couple other things.
And, you all can let us know. I'm thinking maybe do an actor series.
Okay.
And it's like do one of their movies, 80s movies,
It could be interesting. I never thought about that. Yeah.
Like a Tom Hanks and...
we'll talk about Jenny.
That's not 8 days.
That's not in the 80s, Jeremy.
I'm not a smart man, but I know when the 80s are.
I got shot in the ass, and a bullet come up and bit me in the ass. You sure we can't do Gump? I mean, come on.
Oh, I would do Gump. I didn't know that it doesn't fit into...
the Golden
we can jump into the 90s. I mean, is it a 90s or is it a 2000s?
I don't know. Should we take you can take a minute, look it up? Tom Hanks would be interesting. I don't know what he did in the 80s. Do you have an idea of what Tom did in the 80s? Was big in the 80s?
I believe so.
I mean, that could be an interesting follow-up.
I mean, it doesn't have to be Tommy. I just threw it out there.
Well, no. I'm just in general. I'm just saying that an actor series, a complete series of.
Obviously, we might not be able to do every 80s movie that somebody does.
Well, it is a procedure. But anyway.
Forrest Gump in '94, so we could technically.
We could sneak it in. Technically,
sneak it in as our final.
What if we did Castaway? Wilson. I've got Wilson. Wilson's out in the garage.
Yeah.
You should. Well, fuck! Look at if you went with the Tom Hanks thing, you could do He Knows You're Alone. Never heard of it. Splash, Bachelor Party, The Man with One Red Shoe, Volunteers, The Money Pit, Nothing in Common, Every Time We Said Goodbye, Dragnet, Big, Punchline, The Burbs, Turner and Hooch, and then we sneak in a little bit of Joe versus the Volcano. Yeah. Did you ever see Joe versus the Volcano?
In the 80s. I mean, we could just pick a few of them, and because I say if we tried to do everything, it would Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking movies. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 13 episodes right there.
I mean, we could talk about Bosom Buddies, the TV show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about. I'm sorry, folks.
We're pitching ideas right here. Here we go.
Let us know that if you want to hear do something like that.
Well, I know we've had some people reach out and want us to do the Tom Petty series.
Tom Petty.
I heard something about maybe. What was the other one? Elton John, maybe?
Elton John.
I personally want to do Queensryche's 80s album.
Queensryche, yeah. We can do that. What do they got, like 2 or 3?
They got, I think, have 3. I think they have 2 in the 80s, and then we sneak in Empire, which is like early, like 90, 91.
Yeah.
But
Mindcrime and Empire are the only ones I really know.
Yeah, Mindcrime is one of them, which is, that album is fucking brilliant because it's basically a rock opera. And if you've ever seen them in concert when Jeff Tate was still with Queensryche, because I was lucky enough to see them in the early 90s when they were doing the Empire tour, and they finally had all the tech and everything worked out. So in the middle of this concert, they do fucking Operation Mindcrime from start to finish with the big screens and all the video and the timing. I can't even
cool.
I can't even tell you about the timing. Still my all-time favorite concert I've ever been to. The only one that comes close to matching him, Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper in concert with all the theatrics and shit, unfucking believable. And those are the memories. Those are the memories, people, because people are always like, well, I want to go see Megadeth. And like, no, you don't. You don't fucking see Megadeth. If you want to see Megadeth, throw the fucking CD in and listen to them. I'm not taking anything away from Megadeth's music and Dave Mustaine. I think they're great in their own right and what they are. But you go see them in concert, bored out of your fucking mind. You're like, They just stand there, literally stand there in front of their microphones and play and bop their head. And I'm like, I'm bored. I'm going
probably
home.
The best stage show I seen was when I went and seen Metallica during the Black Album tour. And it was just them. They didn't have an opening act. It was like them for 3 hours.
Right on.
But it didn't feel like 3 hours, man. It was just high energy.
Felt quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
I saw them on the Injustice for All tour. So I seen them before. They were kind of on the verge because one had just come out and one was kind of popular, but not like the super hit with like Inner Sandman and all that shit.
When everybody was saying they sold out because they put a video on MTV.
Oh, with one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I've seen them and kind of became a fan of Metallica. And then, of course, Inner Sandman album, the Black Album, whatever it's called, comes out. And they erupted, became huge, but they still had the stage show. I mean, they had a show.
Yeah,
you paid your fucking money for a show, and you got it. And that's what I'm saying about Queensryche and Alice Cooper. You get theatrics and everything. AC/DC did a great job with putting on. I mean, it wasn't like it was a set thing. You had the bell come out, you had the giant fucking devil that came out of the blow up of the big fat woman with devil horns. And did you see them when they did 74 Jailbreak with the full backstage of the jail cells and Angus and Brian Johnson running through all these jail cells? I'm trying to remember if that was on the
I don't remember.
I think that was on the Heat Seeker. Was it Heat? What
I don't think it was Heat Seeker.
Razor's Edge.
Because Heat Seeker, I was pissed off they didn't do 74 Jailbreak. Because I walked out of there bitching about that.
Okay. Then it had to have been Razor's Edge when they did Thunderstruck and all that. Yeah, that was on Razor's Edge, right? Thunderstruck?
Yeah.
Our fans are like, listen, Jay, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. But they did 74 Jailbreak on that, which was fucking cool as shit, watching all that. So there was a show. You enjoyed the show. You pay money to go see the band. Cinderella. There was not a moment that there wasn't something going on there.
Yeah.
From the piano being lowered to Long Cold Winter and it's fucking snowing on me in the front row. And I mean, come on. Give it to me.
The lighting was just, the purple lighting with that and shit was just amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fucking awesome. Even Motley Crue had a good stage show and had stuff that you get to watch and things that they did. Tommy Lee's drum solo. I never saw the spinning drum one, but I saw the one that he rode out over the crowd. You probably seen that one. I think it was Dr. Feelgood that one when he come out over that.
I mean, I have not seen Van Halen. Sorry, we're supposed to be talking about Van Halen, but we're talking about every other band. But
yeah, we talked about Van Halen.
I haven't seen Motley Crue. I have not seen Motley Crue in concert, unfortunately.
You haven't? Well, you don't want them now, but
no,
you never saw Crue in concert.
I never did.
They had a staple in Fort Wayne. I can't believe you missed
my
it.
timing just never. When they were in town, my timing that
That's fair.
Couldn't do it. I was either out of town with doing something else with family or something, vacation or something like that.
It's a good excuse, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're a teenager, you only get so much
allowance to buy fucking concert tickets and T-shirts. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you're still trying to buy your cigarettes and gas and.
Yeah, but back then we could have 5 in the gas tank, spend $1.25 on a pack of cigarettes and a Mountain Dew, and we were good.
Yeah, and then we were on our way to the concert, which cost us $18 and a T-shirt for 15. I don't know.
15, 20, depending on the band.
Exactly. 12. I think I spent $12 on a couple different shirts eventually at one point.
You can't do that now.
Fuck no.
Now fucking
$80, $90 for fucking nosebleeds and.
We wanted to go see. I mean, you talk about going to see Cinderella and LA Guns.
Yep.
Fuck that, man. For those guys, and I love them.
I do.
They're great. And if I had the money just to throw away,
just to fuck off,
I thought, fuck it, let's do it. But my God, come on, you 65-year-old motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think it was $92 for back row or something like that for Tom Keeper and what was it, Lynch Mob? Who was it again?
LA Guns.
LA Guns.
Yeah.
I've seen LA Guns a couple times.
I have too, but I still love them,
I still would love to see Tom Keeper, just not at fucking breakneck prices.
I've went and seen Poison and Bret Michaels so many damn times I've lost count. But I'm kind of pissed off at Bret Michaels right now.
Oh, shit.
He's being kind of a dick with
breaking
Poison.
Fucking news. What's going on?
No, he just... The other guy could, Poison wanting to go back on tour, except for Bret. He keeps saying, well, making an excuse why not. So now they're talking about going on tour with a different singer.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, according to what I've seen.
Right.
But, Ricky Rocket's like.
What are you going to do?
Yeah,
bring in.
But I just don't think it would be.
Bring in that guy that.
Who was the lead singer of Tough? He almost seemed like Bret Michaels look-alike. Can't think of his name all of a sudden.
Listen, I don't know about the Tough guy. Because I don't know Tough that well, but
I hate kissing you goodbye.
I knew who I would bring in to replace him.
Who's that?
Miles Kennedy.
Oh, there you go.
That's who I would bring in. I would call up Miles. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You want to go on tour? Because fucking Miles is a singing motherfucker. And the most humble son of a bitch I've ever seen on stage. Because I saw him sing with Slash when we saw him at Sweetwater. And, he just, every time the crowd sang back, he was like, wow, this is fucking amazing.
Cool.
Miles Kennedy.
Yeah, Miles Kennedy.
Right, Frankie.
Yeah.
How about a word from Perfectly Picked Games?
Yeah, we should probably do that and get on with this.
Okay, here we go.
If you live for deals, you'll love Perfectly Picked Games. We run live auctions twice a week on the Whatnot app. Tuesdays for board games, Fridays for toys, both at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Each show is packed with great picks, awesome prizes, and surprise finds. Whether you're a collector or you just love a good deal, this is your new favorite place to shop. Use code Golden Mojo and save 10% on your first purchase.
And that was Perfectly Picked Games. Go check them out on the Whatnot app. Frankie, as we enter this final album of the Van Halen series, did you? We talked about this album in the last episode or the episode before that. I'm not sure, but I told you there's a reason why it's called For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
Yes.
Now, I went back and re-listened to the Sammy Hagar book Red so that I could understand why they call it what they call it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And then when we started this and I was looking at the Wikipedia, it's right there in fucking black and white. And I'm like so pissed because I was going to throw some major knowledge on you.
Yeah.
But you probably already read this. But today we are doing, hold on, I got to fucking get back to my page. Released in June 17th of 1991 on Warner Brothers Records. It's the third to feature Sammy Hagar. Debuted at number 1 on Billboard 200. And today we are doing Van Halen's For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. Or the Fuck album.
The Fuck album.
And of course, the reason why it's called the Fuck album is because Sammy was watching what was going on with Two Live Crew at some point, and all the censorship that was going on with those guys. And he wanted to call this album Fuck Censorship. And he was dead set on this is what they were going to call this album, right? And of course, management and everybody was all like up in arms. It's like, well, you can't name that because fucking record stores ain't going to carry an album called Fuck Censorship and stuff like that. Well, Sammy was actually working out with Ray Boom Boom Mancini, and he talked about how Ray would bring in 100-pound bags of sand and make fucking Sammy beat the shit out of him in the workouts and stuff like that. But Ray was at the house and he was playing some of the new material from this album, and Ray asked him, he's like, well, what are you going to name it? And, you know, Sammy goes, we're going to call it Fuck Censorship. And Ray just looked at him and said, whoa, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. And Sammy's like, what are you talking about? And according to Ray, and I don't know if it says this in the Wikipedia notes or not, it was in medieval days when a woman was caught cheating, they would lock her in the town square with a sign that said, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
Oh.
Fuck. And apparently Ray had heard that from his mom. His mom had told him that story because apparently he swore in front of his mom, said fucking from his mom, and she's like, oh, do you know where that comes from? So I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Because it was originally supposed to be called Fuck Censorship, and then you get this whole thing with For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, but if you stack it up, it just says fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of reached this point because my t-shirt, I bought a t-shirt when I seen Van Halen on this tour. It's the only time I ever seen Van Halen was on the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour, down at Deer Creek.
Deer Creek.
Did you catch that? At Deer Creek. For those who know, they know.
Yeah.
It's not Verizon, it's not Ruop, it's not Calypse, it's Deer Creek. Fuckers. The old school. But yeah, I got to see this tour. I got to see Sammy with Van Halen, and it was great. It was fun. Alice in Chains opened up, so I got to see Lane Staley when he was still alive. So that was pretty cool. He was sick as fuck and wanted people to come up and sing songs for him because he was just, it's like 900 degrees outside and he's in a fucking beanie and a fucking scarf and he's like, I am so sick, who wants it? And I'm the man in the box. And you're like, well, you can still sing, fucker. Just keep it up. But yeah, so what an amazing experience to see Van Halen with Sammy Hagar.
Oh, absolutely.
In the early 90s. And yeah, wouldn't change it for the world. But yeah, watching Eddie with ring and the fucking lights on him when he was doing it, yeah, insane.
Oh, I bet it.
Good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Can't believe you've never seen him.
No.
Never.
Never
Seen Motley Crue. Never seen Van Halen.
I wasn't really a Van Halen guy back in the day.
I'm just saying, though, but you spending all that
I
time watching Boys to Men
and like that. Yeah, come on now.
I was front row. My name's Frankie Vegas, and I was front row for Boys to Men with my shirt off. I had my shirt off.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Michael Jesus. So, what do you think, Frankie? Are you ready to get into this?
Yeah,
we're 30 minutes into this podcast, and we've.
And I gotta apologize. It's been a minute since I listened to this album and took my notes. I gotta go pure on my notes and.
Yeah, listen. He had other commitments. The last recording when we were supposed to do this. And I pulled the boss card and said, We're just recording. What did we record? Eat 'Em and Smile that night. And then you had a recording and commitment then after that, which you'll find out in about 6 weeks what that recording commitment is. And
it was actually Skyscraper.
Oh, I said Eat 'Em and Smile, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we did Skyscraper, which I went back and re-listened to that whole album again when I was editing that for
hey, that episode dropped today as we were recording.
Yeah, it did, and it was a great episode. The listen back was fun.
Yeah,
I love that album. Yeah, probably my favorite of this whole grouping of albums that we did was that one. And it's a David Lee Roth thing, and I just don't care for David Lee Roth, but I love that fucking album. Love it. Yeah. And if you're in some weird country, and when I say weird, I mean not United States, and you can't get it on YouTube, that's because it's partially blocked by YouTube because of copyright and
every fucking week.
I can't imagine how much trouble I could be in at some point. Roth picks it up and is like, "Why are you playing my music on your podcast?" I'm like,
nobody else plays it, dick.
Yeah, just feel fucking proud. It's not like I ain't making no money on this, dude. We're just doing it for fun. There's no money being made.
No.
However, you could help us out by going to Golden Image. No, it's not it. You can help us out by going to goldenmojoent.com and buying yourself a Golden 80s t-shirt.
Yes.
Got some great ones. There's one with me and Frankie on the front.
There you go.
Funny until it's uncomfortable.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, man. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
All right. You throw this CD in here. We'll go to song number 1, Pound Cake.
Let's talk about that drill opening.
Yes.
One of the coolest fucking ideas I think Eddie Van Halen's had was taking a power drill, putting it over the pickups of a guitar, and getting the sound that he's got out of that. And let me tell you something, guys. It works. Because we used to play this song, and my buddy Craig Stouter, rest in peace, that's how he started it. He fucking brought his Milwaukee drill and stuck that motherfucker on the pickups and went, ring, ring. It works.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, man, it's a major upbeat song. I think on my third re-listen to this, I listened to it Wednesday morning. We're recording Thursday, so it was yesterday morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I throw this on. And Pound Cake comes on, and it was just such a fire-up song. It was like, man, this song's gonna make my day go better. It's just a fun song, and you should get. I mean, if you want to upbeat your morning, throw on a little Pound Cake.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's fun. How about you?
Yeah, it was a great way to start the album. You know, one of the better songs on the album. I mean, to be honest.
Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But it's a great song. Like you said, the whole drill guitar thing, brilliant. You know.
It's just a great way to start. You know, you're like, what the fuck is that? It's a fucking power drill. Go figure.
Yeah. Highly recommend this song.
Yeah, this song. There's a couple other ones on here that's not too bad, but there's a few other ones that you're just you gotta judge yourself whether you want to really. Put your effort into it. It's not a bad album. It's not a bad album at all.
It's not.
Anything else more about Pound Cake?
No, we can move on.
All right, let's go.
Okay, song number 2, Judgment Day.
Really cool guitar opening, I thought. It had a nice groove. I love that use of the whammy bar in this one. So, you know, it's Eddie's guitar work really stands out in this one, I think, more than just about anything else in this song, but it's just, the song is just, for me, was just okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I love the hardness. That's what I put.
Yeah.
I love the hardness of the song.
Right.
So, kind of a little bit harder than a normal Van Halen song.
Right.
And I enjoyed that. I think they should have went with that more.
They should have had that sound throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But I mean, all in all, though, just kind of a forgettable song.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too bad. It's too bad. But
Right.
I mean, you're gonna enjoy it for listen. If you could load this album up and go listen to it, you're gonna enjoy it, and then you move on. It's 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
That you'll never get back.
That you'll never get. Wow.
I kid.
Wow. Okay.
All right, you ready for number 3?
I am.
Song number 3, Spanked.
Listen, catchy chorus for me on this song, but there really was nothing else that kind of stood out. Even the guitar solo just seemed generic to me on this song. It just was like there was no effort put into it. Like it's like, oh, this is our filler song for the album. Let's throw that number 3, so that people can get through it and move on to a couple other ones. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it just wasn't.
I mean, I just had just okay.
Yeah.
The basement song was okay. Not bad, not good. Just,
Right.
you can listen to it, but you probably aren't going to go back.
You're not gonna. Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, yeah. The lyrics seemed a little. I don't know what I want to say. It's like stressed. It's like it's like we want to make this song about getting spanked, and it's just like we're trying too hard. It's like okay, it just doesn't. I love you, Sammy, but it doesn't work. It just does not work.
All right, you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Number 4, Runaround.
I love the fucking chorus on this song. It gave me the run around, around, around. It's super catchy.
Yeah.
It's one of those that, it's one of those songs, Frankie, that you may not remember that it's a Van Halen song, but if somebody says something about giving you the run around, immediately that pops in your head, and you're like, oh, you're giving me the run around, around. So, I think the solo's catchy. I didn't care much for the talking bridge. It's like, we got to do a fucking Van Halen talking bridge in here. Come on, Sam. You're better than that. Don't let Eddie talk you into that shit. That was David Lee Ross shit. Do Sammy shit. You don't fucking talk.
There you go.
Yeah, and talking in the middle of a fucking song. It just, once again, it's a Van Halen staple that I think they think they need to put in there every song. But what do you got?
I thoroughly enjoyed this song. It's one of the ones on this album that makes it a good album.
Right.
So I think you covered everything. Yeah, it was just a great great all around song.
That chorus, man, is amazing. Yeah, I just think that it's so catchy that you just remember it for your rest of your life. And we've run across songs throughout doing these series like that you go like, I didn't realize that song belonged to them, and you're like, fuck. So this is another one where Runaround is like, oh, that was Van Halen? Oh, okay. I could be wrong. You guys may know it was fucking Van Halen. I don't know. Maybe. For me, I didn't.
Yep.
All right.
All right. You ready for number 5?
Let's do number 5.
Number 5, Pleasure Dome.
Lost in this pleasure dome. Lost in my own pleasure dome.
Great guitar opening. What they did in the beginning of this, with the guitar work at the very beginning. But then the fucking song just became unhinged. And I was like, is this ever going to get over? And then they drug the motherfucker out for 7 fucking minutes. And I was like, no. But the drum beat that Alex did in this one, if you can zone out all the weirdness and the unhingedness of the song, the drums that he puts in is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it really shows off what Alex Van Halen can do on those fucking drums. And if you're into that, you can get that in the first 3 minutes, and then you can be fucking done with the song and move on with your life. 7 fucking minutes. Come on. Give me 7 minutes of a worthless fucking song.
Well, here's what I put down. Would have preferred it just to be a musical. Leave out the vocal shit.
Well, the vocals didn't make any sense. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, if it would have been just a plain
7-minute instrumental, yeah,
it would have been brilliant.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I mean,
you ruined it by talking. Oh, you opened up your mouth.
Oh, I should have never done lyrics on this one. Give me 7-minute instrumental; it'll be fine. Yeah, this one was not my thing. So, 7. That is truly 7 minutes I will never get back.
Yeah. All right, you ready for number 6?
I am.
In and Out.
So that for me, this song started off kind of bluesy.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I see where we're going with this, and then it fucking made a hard turn. And when I say a hard turn, it made a hard turn. Yeah, it was kind of that bluesy 80s feel, with the 80s music. Mm-hmm. But I didn't hate this song by any means. I think once you got into the hardness of the song, what the fuck does that mean, Golden J? You get out of the bluesy feel of it and you go into the meat of the song, then it's an enjoyable song. And the chorus was relatively memorable or whatever. So I like the turn of this song. Reminds me of another Van Halen song, at least the verses, the way that they put the verses together. It reminds you of kind of other Sammy Hagar Van Halen songs. So, yeah, there you go.
I wasn't a fan. I mean, it was just okay for me. It's going to be a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
No, I mean, it was okay. I liked the bluesy thing, so I kind of liked it when it started, then it changed. Yeah. And I think that's what kind of like, I wanted it to stay.
So I like the change. You didn't like the change.
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfect. That's the way it should be. Yeah. It started off, like I said, real bluesy, and then just turned into an 80s metal hair band song. So I liked it. I thought it made a good change. And I'm trying to think. I know when I was listening to it, I'm like, this sounds like another Sammy Hagar Van Halen song, and I think it was probably Cabo Wabo that really brings it out, because it's kind of like those long hits and the vocals that go over top of just a sustained guitar and off one note, and which is always interesting. But all right, Frankie.
All right, song number 7. 6, 7.
Oh, fuck.
No, man.
7, 8, 9. Fuck you. Come on.
No. Song number 7, Man on a Mission.
Great guitar riffs throughout this song. If you listen to Eddie's guitar work in the background, it's absolutely genuine Eddie Van Halen original. It's brilliant. I loved Sammy's vocal range that he brought in this song. But this is a skip song for me. And then there's one riff in there that they do, and I can't remember exactly. It's like do 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 do. It's a guitar riff. I fucking hate it. I hated the sound they put on it, and I didn't like the way that proceeded, the way that they put it together. So this, for me, this one was a skip song.
I just had take it or leave it. That's basically. I mean, if I'm listening to it with Gold J, he goes, "I'm gonna skip this song," but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you're gonna play it, that's fine.
That's fine.
Whatever.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Frankie Vegas gets really in depth in these songs. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'm just, like I said, we've talked about it before. I'm not real musically inclined, so I can't get into the depth of stuff like Golden J.
He can. He just don't. I'm trying to get him to lock into it. Embrace it, Frankie. Embrace it.
Embrace
just
the
fucking
dark
with you.
side.
Yeah. Come over. Come over to my side. It's fine. The water's warm and the beer is cold.
Yep. Yeah, but it was just one of those take it is a take it or leave it.
Right
song.
on. Right on. That's fair.
I'm not necessarily going to turn it off, but I'm not going to turn it on either.
Which is what he told his wife.
Yep.
It's not necessarily going to be able to turn you on. Just say it.
Just saying.
Just say it.
It is what it is. All right. Now the final 4 song, best part of the fucking album.
All right.
If you ask.
I'll give you final 3. What do I have for? What do I have for a number for this next one?
Song number 8. I'm sorry.
We're trying to train him still.
The Dream.
170 fucking episodes. He's
Yeah.
still getting trained.
Yeah. The Dream is Over.
Good upbeat song, Frankie.
Yeah.
I think this is a classic Van Halen sound. That's what I pulled away from it. But nothing stands out. But maybe the guitar solo a little bit. But the rest of the song just didn't really stand out for me. It was just kind of there. And I'm excited to hear what you have to say about it.
I just thought it was a great song. I just love listening to it. I think I listened to it like 3 times in a row.
Just this song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it just. I don't know what the word. It just, for some reason, it grabbed me, and I don't know why.
Okay.
But
sometimes you don't have to know why it grabbed you. Sometimes it's just one of those songs that you're like, wow, that's fucking amazing, and I love this. And there you go. It works out.
Yep.
For me, that's this next song.
Yep. Song number 9, Right Now.
This is one of my favorite songs on the album. If not, I mean, I like Pound Cake, but Right Now is probably my favorite song on this album, and it ranks up there as one of my favorite Van Halen songs. You know how much I love Cabo Wabo and Naturally Wired, but of course I have stories that go with those, and they mean something to me for a different reason. This song is that song, like you talked about with The Dream Is Over. It's that song it's that piano riff. And it's the lyrics, and to be honest, the video really brings this song together even more, because while you're watching the video, they have all those things on there that you're reading. Like right now, Alex Van Halen has just broke a drumstick, or whatever
just
those
all
things
sorts
were.
Of weird.
Yeah, there's oddball stuff in there. And I think that was definitely part of my love of the song. But that piano that he plays is absolutely epic. It's like a good message, solid video, solid vocals, solid drums. I mean, everything in this thing is fucking solid. It's just a really good song.
Yeah, it's a great song. I didn't think it was a typical Van Halen song.
No.
I thought it was really a departure.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved it. I thought it was a great song, one of my favorites. And I was trying to remember. Did Josh and Montana, your daughter, my son, for those who don't know, did they not do this song for Trojan Singers one year, part of one of their performances?
Oh, God, I don't remember.
It seems like they did this and I can't remember what else they did, but yeah, it just seems like I remember them doing this song.
They could have.
And I thought they did this excellent job on it.
I don't remember that, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, blocked a lot of those days out. Miss a beat, lose a rhythm. I mean, that to me is one of the best lines ever in the song. That's why I wrote that down. I don't remember, Frankie, if they did that. I mean, I could ask Mo when I see her tomorrow, but if I remember, I'll ask her. But I think this is one of those that a high school band could play. Mm-hmm. You know, your flutes and your clarinets are doing that piano run.
But they didn't do it for the band. They did it for Trojan
Center. No. I got that. I got that. But I'm just saying that could be something that could transform into a high school band situation, or Trojan Singers, or even. Can you imagine doing that as an a cappella in like a vocal contest of like just maybe one or two people that is doing it? Yeah. Just breaking it down, slowing it down a little bit, and
that would be awesome. You gotta have the right people to do it.
Well, absolutely. But I just think this was a brilliant song. One of the interesting things is that Sammy talked about he had written this song, and they didn't have any music to go with it, and the stuff they'd worked on just wasn't fitting with what he had written, and he was real sticky on keeping as much of it the same as he was. But they had been rehearsing or something, and they took a break. And, of course, the Alex and Michael went off to do this, I think playing video games or something like that. And Eddie went back into another room and started playing piano, and he was playing this riff. And Sammy was like, I could have been making phone calls or doing whatever, but I didn't go do that. I just happened to stay in the adjoining room, and Eddie started playing that rip, and he's like, that's fucking it. And he runs in there and goes, that's what we needed for this Right Now song. And Eddie looks at him and goes, when I played this for you when we were recording OU812, you didn't fucking like it at all. And he's like, well, I like it now, and I like it for this song. And this probably became one of their biggest hits late. I don't know. Do we have a number on where that ended up on Billboard? Maybe not as big as I thought. The mainstream rock, it went number 2. AOR Tracks Top 60 went number 1, but Hot 100 only went to 55.
Oh, wow.
But Pepsi Cola gave them $2 million to use this song in a commercial.
Probably a Super Bowl commercial.
Probably.
It did win the award for Best Video of the Year.
There you go. So I think the video is great, and Sammy actually talks about making that video and how sick he was the day that they were filming it, and they were filming just oddball shit, and when he walks into the bathroom and slams the door, it's because he really truly was over it and wanted to go home and go back to bed. But he talks about it in length in his book about the video itself and how he wasn't on board with all of those sayings, and he goes, the original one that I remember was it was supposed to be me looking into a mirror, and there's a picture of the Van Halen with David Lee Roth, and the saying above it, or that came across, was supposed to be, right now, David Lee Roth wishes he was Sammy Hagar. He goes, I don't think that one made it in there, but that was one that was supposed to be in there, and I think they cut it, but... yeah, we could talk about Right Now for another hour if we really wanted to, but a great song, very popular, obviously not on the mainstream. I'm only going to 55, but
which is just shocking to me, to be
absolutely
because it seemed like that song was everywhere.
It still is. You can still hear it randomly from time to time, so I love that song.
All right, well, we'll go on to song number 10, an instrumental called 316.
Yep. So, Frankie, what do you know about 316?
316. Isn't that the Bible verse?
Nope.
God forgave his only son.
That's Austin 316.
Austin 316.
So that kicked you out.
No. I don't know. I just know it was a great Eddie guitar moment.
It is. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing instrumental that he wrote. 316, March 16th.
Okay.
Don't know what year exactly, but March 16th. It'd have to be what, 90? It had to be 1990. It might have been 91. 316, March 16th still is Wolfgang Van Halen's birthday.
Oh, okay.
So he wrote this for his son, Wolfgang. And yeah, that's why it's called 316. And 316 went on to be more of Eddie's stuff along the way. He did, kind of like 5150 was. My buddy Craig, like I said, Craig's been gone for a few years now. Huge Sammy, huge Van Halen, huge Eddie fan. We would call each other. One of us would call the other or text each other at some point, depending when text came in. It used to be back in the day I had to pick up the fucking house phone and call him. Every March 16th. And it was just real simple. We didn't need to make any other comment except, happy birthday, Wolfgang. And that was the end of the phone call.
No shit.
Every March 16th, and that went on for years.
Damn.
And so this, once again, we talk about Cabo Wabo and Naturally Wired and how those affected me and what they mean to me. 316 means the same thing, as along that same line. Every time I see it or hear it or March 16th comes up, I think of my buddy Craig and how much I miss him now that he's gone.
Yeah.
And, it's just, it's insane to go back and redo this and have all those memories of all the hours to listen to Van Halen with him or Sammy Hagar with him. And I miss him a lot. So.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
All right.
Song number 11. And the final song of the album.
But it goes to 11.
Yeah. Top of the World.
Great song, Frankie.
Absolutely.
This is a great song. Great guitar opening. I think this is an inspirational song. I mean, if you really want to take it, top of the world, take it for an inspirational song and move along with it. I think this is it. I think you can crank this fucker up to 11 and enjoy it. And yeah, I got nothing bad to say about this song at all.
No, I got it in my head right now.
A
little while.
That poor fucking squirrel. He doesn't know which way to go.
Yeah. Love this song. I am so glad that they ended the album on this type of
Absolutely.
song.
Absolutely.
Whether I like these songs or not on this album, they put this album together perfectly, I thought.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They put songs where they needed to be.
Yep.
Yeah, and I did think they nailed this album
right
in that context.
I agree with you 100%. This is probably not one of their most popular albums. I still go back to 1984 was probably Van Halen's biggest album. Yeah. That was probably the one that everybody thinks of. 5150 and OU812 probably come a close second. I think this is the album was like, oh yeah, they did do an album in 91, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it had a couple great songs on it. I just think this is the forgotten album, except for the title. Mm-hmm. But there are some great songs. Pound Cake, Run Around, In and Out, Right Now, 316, Top of the World. All great songs on this album. You're not wasting your time by listening to this album. There might be a couple songs where you're like, oh, Jay, I don't know what you're talking about. That was a terrible song. But I do have this to say, Frankie.
Yeah.
After doing this whole series.
Yes.
And this is crazy to say, but if there is no crazy opening to a song, you know how we've talked about this is like they had this piece and they threw it at the beginning of these songs and then they 180'd it and went in a different direction. when they don't have these crazy openings, even right now has this big opening.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have these openings like we're so used to listening to Van Halen, the song is not very good.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Van Halen.
Right. But I mean, if they just start the song and go, it just is not a good song. And by the time you get into it, when they start up with this crazy beginning and they 360 it and they go in a different direction, and you're like, why did they do that? And then you go, fuck yeah, I understand why they did that. So I just think through this whole series, we've talked about this week in and week out. It's like, why did they make this crazy opening? Why did they make this crazy opening? There you go. It's perfect.
The mind of Eddie Van Halen was a crazy thing.
Yeah.
You know, he had his vision. It may have been tunnel vision, and nothing distracted him from what he wanted to put down. He didn't care who his lead singer was.
Right.
Maybe the only person that could have influence was his brother.
And probably had a pretty big influence.
Yeah. And other than that, nobody else did, you know.
Right.
And I didn't think he made his album the way he wanted to make them.
And I mean, he earned it.
Yeah.
He earned it. And, you know, we talk about, you know, they were around making albums in the late 70s, which we didn't cover the first couple albums because they fell where they fell. But was there 2 in the 70s?
Oh, I'm thinking 2 or 3, I believe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2. Yeah, so there's the 2.
It seems
and
like
then
there
they
was
went,
another one.
No, they went with, for women and children first, and that was like 1980. You know, we covered that 16 podcasts ago.
Yes, we did.
So yeah, he's earned it. I mean, he was in the business for a long time, even at this point, and he earned whatever he received as far as them letting him do what he needs to do to create an album. Amazing guitar player. Kind of a dick of a guy. I mean, if you really dive into it, he was very narcissistic and very.
But I would still sit down and have a beer with him anytime.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, he would have. I would have. Yeah, drink a beer, smoke a cigarette. Let's sit down and talk.
Let's do it.
And you know, the world misses him.
Yes,
it really does. You know, maybe he could have cleaned himself up, but it's too bad. He was gone way too early. Yeah. He gave us some great stuff. Don't get me wrong, but
now and when he passed away of cancer. It wasn't like he drank himself to death or overdosed or unalived himself. He got sick and he passed on.
Right.
So I don't want anybody to think that we're saying he killed himself by his lifestyle. I mean, I don't know that helped, but it didn't.
I mean, the smoking for all those years probably didn't help, but all those things dial into it a little bit. So, but yeah, he died of cancer, and he had tongue cancer. He'd been fighting for years, and I guess he'd lost half his tongue at some point when you get into like this album and a little bit later, maybe the Balance album or whatever, but or maybe even farther down the road. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have exact dates on that, but he was fighting it, and it just got the best of him. He just didn't fight it anymore. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, when you wear your body down like he wore his body down, it doesn't fight things like that as well as it should. So, it's unfortunate that Eddie's gone, and I don't think that he got the big hurrah that he should have gotten on his way out. Not, Ozzy got a big hurrah. Everybody was devastated by the death of Ozzy. When Eddie passed away, it was just kind of like, oh, that's sad.
Well, let's say Ozzy, had he not had the TV exposure he had with the Osbourne and where that went, it would have been probably the same thing. Ozzy died,
Yeah, it could very well be.
Yeah, but he got into a different stratosphere,
You're right. You're right. And by doing the Osbournes and then going and doing the paranormal stuff he did with Jack.
Him and Jack did the tour thing.
That was great. And they were in fucking Muncie, Indiana, which I think is cool as shit. The Jack is actually an officer in Muncie, which is cool.
That Ozzy, Yeah, he turned into something. I know we're supposed to talk about Van Halen, but I'm going to talk Ozzy for a second.
Just 1 second.
Ozzy, people back in the 80s were like, oh, Ozzy bad.
He's
evil.
the devil.
Yeah.
He's the devil.
But once the Osbournes came out, everybody loved Ozzy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, he's so lovable.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not so bad,
Well, I mean, he had a persona in the 80s.
Yeah.
The Satan worshiper,
Yeah.
I mean, look at he did an album called Speak of the Devil, you know.
Yeah.
But Ultimate Sin.
But once, the TV stuff started,
Yeah.
everybody was like, oh, no, that he just did that, as an act,
Yeah.
Who's the Prince of fucking darkness?
Sharon! Maria.
Yeah. So that's why I think he got over when he died.
Right.
Because he became everybody, ended up loving Ozzy. Even
Right.
people who didn't love Ozzy.
Yep.
I know.
I agree with you
When
100%.
son of a bitch got invited to the White House.
Uh-huh.
That wouldn't have happened in the 80s.
No, it wouldn't have. They'd be like, you want me to put him to the White House? Yeah, I don't know.
Take a piss?
Yeah. I'm gonna put take a piss right here. Ozzy, that's the White House. I gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's my view on Ozzy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, the world misses Eddie Van Halen. I mean, honestly, because you were always expecting him to make the big comeback and do something great, especially after Van Halen 3 crashed and burned, and then the fucking tours with David Lee Roth crashed and burned. I mean, those things, it was a money grab. That's all it ended up being, and it just didn't work. You can't put David Lee Roth and Eddie Van Halen's egos in the same room anymore. They're especially David. David just he's a miserable person to work with, I think. I could be wrong. Dave, if you want to give me a shout, want to come on the show, we can talk about it,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And let's see if you can hold up the old Golden J.
goldenimage80s@gmail.com.
There you go. All right, Frankie.
All right.
We have finished the Van Halen series.
Oh, my goodness. Glad it's done, but kind of sad to see it over.
Yeah, because I don't know what we're doing next.
Yeah, we'll figure something.
Apparently, Tom Hanks in the 80s.
Yeah, that's not decided. That's not. But we might. We'll talk about it, and we'll see what. We definitely got to get out of music for a while, though.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, that's what we know, and that's what we're best at.
Yeah.
We got to give you other content.
Well, and you got to give old Golden J a break from all this editing of putting all this stuff in there because, and I'll tell you why in our next episode.
Yeah.
Why Golden J needs a break from major editing. I need to dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, but we got talking about so much other shit.
We had a lot to talk about. I'll bring it up in the next episode.
Yep.
All right. So until then, till next week, go. Send us an email, thegoldenimage80s@gmail.com, or go to the website and buy something. God damn, please go buy something.
Yeah,
a nice Golden 80s shirt, a MurdNerds shirt. I don't care. I don't even remember what's all. Call Guys might be still on there.
Go buy a book, the Book Nerds, whatever they were.
The MurdNerds, Quarter Books and Booze.
Quarter Books and Booze.
There might be something left on there. The Book Nerds. Yeah, there you go. We're changing it up. All right, until next week. Hasta la vista, baby.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Golden 80s podcast. Check us out at goldenmojoent.com, where you can find out about our great merchandise and a little bit about Frankie and Golden J. Also, at goldenmojoent.com, you can find out about all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment network of podcasts, like
the United States of Paranormal, Indiana Chiefs fans, the Gridiron Kingz, MurdNerds, the Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah Podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quarter Books and Booze, and the Call Guys wherever you stream your favorite podcast. And if you have a story that you would like us to cover, just let us know at thegoldenimage80s@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.